Hi there and welcome to Storytime with Uncle Bill, and today's story involves my mom's next door neighbor, Eleanor. I have a couple stories on my channel where we talk about fires that lit over there and didn't go so well for me. She was my outlet, folks. She was the person that she stayed home all the time. She's had fibromyalgia for over 20 something years, so she's on disability. She doesn't move around as well as she used to, and she's my friend. Probably everything that I've ever had going on in my life, I've told her. I met her when I was 10 years old. She moved in. We had moved in. We'd only been there about 3 years. And her and her husband. And I started mowing the grass. That's the first thing I did. I started mowing the grass. I used to go in her backyard and catch turtles and frogs and snakes and stuff. She used to call me the old crazy kid. I'd be barefooted most of the time. So fast forward, and you know, I used to go over there and talk to her, and there's some other things that would pop up, but a lot of things would pop up. She'd eventually start working at the Scotchman that I used to steal from all the time. I'm 17 years old. I just got my second car. My first car was a Pontiac Grand Prix. It was long, big old car. Then I got a Nissan Stanza, and Eleanor'S from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Parents moved to New York, and so she knows about subways and buses, but she's never driven a vehicle. And I would always, like, anything that I had, regardless of what I had, if I can help make you better or we could do something together, you can use my stuff. It ain't a problem. So knowing that she ain't never drove before, I just thought it would be the coolest thing on earth if she drove my car first. I taught her how to drive, you know what I mean? I mean, I started learning to drive when I was 9-10 years old. About the time that I had actually met Eleanor, my uncles were around a lot, and they would get drunk, and they had gotten a bunch of DWIs, and so to try not to get DWIs, they would just make me drive. And I got pulled, people. Like, I got pulled over. Funny how that works, you know what I mean? But it was always their car, you know, so it wasn't like it was my car and I was getting pulled over because I was 10, 11. Probably not. I probably got pulled 5 times between 9 and 12. And my uncles had to go to jail each time too. It didn't help matters at all. It just got me a little bit of driving experience. So every time, like when my daughter, when she turned 12 or 13, he used to beg her, "Oh, let's go driving." You never know if something's going to happen to anybody. Driving's a hard thing, you know, to learn the gas pedal you want to take off and jerk or hit the brake and stuff. You know, it's you need a little bit of practice. Practice is always helpful. And so she wouldn't do it, and I never got my daughter to drive me. But Eleanor was reluctant for a long time, and finally she says, "You think I could drive?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, you could drive. Let's go do this," you know. So she gets in the car, and of course she has the same problem everybody. She goes a little bit too fast, too slow, and we only go up and down the street. No highway stuff, and we do that like 1 or 2 days. And she got progressively better. And I was like, "Look, let's go out on the highway." And I had thought I had picked a good time, folks. You know, where it'd be the least amount of traffic, but this is a Highway 258. There's always a good amount of traffic on it. Well, she said okay, and we pull out and we go past the Scotchman, and she's driving slow because 25 miles an hour is fast to her. You know, she's not really going over 10, 15 miles an hour in the neighborhood, and the speed limit is 35. So I was like, just give it a little bit more gas. It's okay. You know, cars, it's a 55 mile an hour through there. They're zooming past, they're honking and shit. She's a nervous wreck. And I was like, just concentrate on what's in front of you. That's all you got to do. Give it a little more. We got to look over, and we're up to 30 miles an hour. And I was like, oh shit. But it's not like anything's gonna happen, you know what I mean? So but she panics. Oh no, I gotta get off the road. Okay, look, go over here real slow. Everything's good. You know, I'm checking the mirrors and stuff. Check your mirrors. And then I had already been taught her everything. Everything you're supposed to, I had already taught her, but she just it's out of control. There's too many cars on the road. They're coming from this way that ain't got nothing to do with her, but she can't. It won't. She's in her mind. And I understand it too. And I'm like, look, we just gotta pull up. So she does pull over and does a horrible parking job. And I was like, hey, look, this okay, we switch over and stuff, and I go pull off behind this, it was a hill or something, I don't even know where we were, people, but it was on 258, it was like a little hilly mountain, I think it was where I can't even remember what they call it, but she was like, oh man, my nerves are shot, oh damn, man, oh, I can't believe it. I said, hey, but you drove, you know, you did a really good job, you know, you should be proud of yourself. That had been a scary experience first time. It's okay, you did a good job. People freak out like that all the time. She goes, man, if I had one, I'd smoke one. Well, we've been smoking cigarettes the whole time, you know what I mean? And so I had a joint roll. And I said, what you talking about this? And that's when me and her became cool like that too. She never rode again. That was it. She's 70, 72, 73. And I was 10 and I'm 44, so that's 34 years. Never drove. That one experience was enough. Made her smoke weed in broad daylight in the car. Probably the only time she's ever done that too. And my best friend, man. And I'm hoping I'm bringing her up again because that's a pretty cool story. But I'm hoping to get her to do some cooking on here, folks. She can cook her ass off. It's amazing. I know you won't be able to taste it, but when you see it, you'll know. Cheesecake to die for, and any kind of meat she smokes it or barbecues it. You'll see. Like I said, she's got fibromyalgia, and I'm gonna get her to talk about that because that's something that a lot of people are going through, and maybe she can help you, or you can even help her. But that's the story for today, and if you like it, hit the like button, share if you can, subscribe if you haven't. I got plenty more stories to come, man. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Be safe.